The modern wellness industry spends billions constructing climate-controlled retreats to relieve stress. These engineered laboratories frequently fall short of the profound psychological relief found in spaces carved directly into the earth centuries ago. South Korea's temple stay model relies on a different framework. These 1,700-year-old mountain monasteries use their rugged, isolated geography as the primary mechanism for healing. This approach to spatial design traces its origins back over 1,000 years, developed and refined during the ancient Silla dynasty. The physical architecture of these sites functions as an active therapeutic tool, dictating how the mind processes the surrounding silence. A hermetically sealed commercial spa isolates the visitor from the world. True mental repair requires absolute physical integration into a dominant natural environment. The global tourism industry is currently fracturing over a logistical problem. Travelers seek out remote, historic destinations, but expect standardized luxury upon arrival. Paving wide access roads and installing heavy infrastructure immediately degrades the quiet, restorative qualities of the ancient landscapes people travel to experience. Prioritizing high-volume accessibility systematically dismantles the untouched, pure geography required for deep mental restoration. Evaluating the effectiveness of these sites requires viewing the physical environment as an active medical instrument. The extreme high-elevation geography of these monasteries forces a measurable physiological response. Studies tracking visitors in these specific locations show significant drops in cortisol levels. Commercial resorts attempt to trigger relaxation through scheduled service menus and strict itineraries. Here, the raw power of the natural ecology governs the pace of the day. Massive granite peaks and deep ancient pine roots physically dominate the space. The sheer scale of the terrain requires deliberate, careful movement, exhausting the body and quieting the mind. Mental repair happens when the human mind is forced into psychological surrender by an overwhelming ecological force. Researchers classified this specific environmental phenomenon under the scientific framework of the sacred space aesthetic. By removing visual and auditory clutter, this setting organically directs the human mind toward deep thought and intense emotional clarity. The space achieves this balance through specific calibrated sensory inputs: the texture of damp moss, the thermal mass of weathered stone, and the constant drip of condensation. This architectural model rejects the standard consumer wellness approach. It provides a shared ecological context rather than a transactional, menu-driven experience. Simply standing within the physical borders of this calibrated space initiates passive mental repair, using environmental design to achieve the restorative effects that commercial spas attempt through service. Maintaining this delicate balance requires regenerative stewardship, managing the natural setting so strictly that it remains a permanent, protected public good. Site managers must actively block commercial overdevelopment to preserve the centuries of spiritual history embedded in the masonry. Constructing massive concrete visitor centers or sprawling parking lots would immediately shatter the acoustic isolation and peace required for the site to function therapeutically. Instead, the architecture relies on low-impact infrastructure. Modern climate control and essential structural reinforcements are engineered to blend invisibly into the ancient timber. By maintaining the illusion of an untouched landscape, these sites build a resilient business model that protects its most valuable asset. This chart visualizes the current trajectory of the global wellness economy, showing a total market valuation that has reached $113 billion. South Korea has aggressively positioned itself within this market, securing the 9th spot in global rankings. This data reflects a shift in consumer demand. Travelers are prioritizing raw, place-based values over standardized luxury hotel amenities. Engineered luxury and marble countertops cannot cure occupational burnout. This realization makes authentic, culturally grounded landscapes a highly lucrative sector in the modern travel market. Industry projections show that the most successful destinations of the next decade will be those capable of delivering raw therapeutic power. These destinations must provide this experience without compromising the ecological integrity of their local environments. The global travel industry's emerging success metric is now defined by the pure delivery of deep emotional rest to exhausted travelers. The traditional mountain monastery proves that humans can inhabit a space for centuries without destroying it. It remains a living model for sustainable environmental engagement. Preserving these historic therapeutic landscapes protects a cultural heritage and offers a framework for long-term economic and ecological vitality.